He simply is one of the finest people and one of the finest business leaders of this generation. In many ways, a national treasure.
The luckiest person that's ever been born in history on a probability basis is the baby being born today in the United States. The economy is moving ahead slowly, and it'll keep moving ahead. In my view, it'll keep moving ahead whether Obama or Romney or like that. The genius of America is that our system does work. I mean, a market system works, quality of opportunity, rule of law, all those things. Our economy does heal itself. I'm willing to buy anything that I think I can understand. By that I mean I can sort of see where it's going to be in 5 or 10 years and where I've got somebody to run it, because I can't run anything myself. We have to get management with the businesses that we buy. We really let them run their own show. Most of our managers are independently rich because we buy their businesses. So we have to look for people that are in love with the business rather than in love with the money, and then just hand them the reins and let them alone. Some guys go up to girls and they'll say, "Will you kiss me?" and they get slapped 99 times, but one time in 100 they score. And I say that to every business I see. I say, you know, if you're ever looking for a good home, think of Berkshire, you know, and I get my face slapped, slap, slap, slap. And I said that to Matt Rose one day down in Fort Worth, and he didn't slap me. So I made him an offer the next day of $100 a share for the company, and he took it. And no due diligence, no nothing. I told him.
Just the way we do it at GE, Warren.
But we did that on
Don't get any ideas in your heads, guys.
Well, we did it on a Friday, and I told the lawyers, they were diddling around as they always do, trying to run up the bills. And finally, by the next Friday, they hadn't finished it. And I said, listen, so at my dentist, I said, I'm having a root canal at noon on Sunday. I said, either we have this deal done by then or forget it, you know. And they get it done then. I mean, that's all you have to do is give them a deadline. You want people that are enormously customer-oriented. Very few businesses fail that have delighted customers. We've had a lot of success with people that one way or another, at 7 or 8 or 9 years old, were thinking about doing some kind of business, and you know, they like it. Why do I go to work at 82? You know, I tap dance to work. I can hardly wait to get there. It's because I'm painting my own painting. I was taught the quantitative approach, that you bought things very cheap, and you bought them so cheap that one way or another they'd work out, you know. And it was what I called the used cigar butt approach to buying securities. That you see a cigar butt on the pavement and you'd pick it up and you get one free puff out of it. You know, it's kind of disgusting. But so I started out that way, and I went from cigar butt to cigar butt, puffing them and throwing away these soggy, disgusting things. And my partner said, forget about these cigar butts and really buy good businesses. And we bought some good businesses, and finally dawned on after me about 15 or 20 years that was the way to go. You look at a stock as a piece of a business, and you buy it like you buy a farm, or you buy an apartment house, or you buy a McDonald's franchise. And you simply look at something. If you can value it, and you can buy it well below what your valuation is, you buy it. Yeah. If you can't value it, you go on to the next one. If you look at the 20th century, stocks began, the Dow, at 66. They ended at 11,497. That's 180 for one, plus dividends the whole time. You know, how can you miss in a game like that? But people do. American business is going to do wonderfully over time.
Things will never be like they were in the past.
Right.
Is that just, you know, rubbish?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you look at that 100 years, from 66 to 11,497, the market went down 35 of the 100 years. Yeah. You know, and all through that time, people, they've always got a list of 10 things that they're worried about. Now, people talk about uncertainty now. Tomorrow is always uncertain. I mean, on December 6th, 1941, the world was uncertain. You may not have known it, but it was, you know. And on September 10th, 2001, the world was uncertain. It's always uncertain. The long-term future is extremely certain. The risks of being out of this game, I mean, this game is stacked in your favor. I mean, when you look at American business over 200 years, the game is stacked in your favor. The risk of being out of the game are far greater than the risk of being in the game. I mean, you do not want to step aside and say, I'll wait till things are better. It's a terrible mistake. Now we've got this incredible economy. We've got $48,000 of GDP per capita. When I was born, in the same terms, you know, we had about 7,000. I mean, it's been a land of abundance, and we sit around, you know, gazing at our navel and saying how uncertain things are. It's just crazy to bet against America.